little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling.
'Twas the start of a channel, and all through the air a buzz was beginning, excitement to share. The outfits were hung in the closet with care, in hopes that looks would soon debut with flair. The creator was styling, all snug in their space, selecting each piece with a keen sense of grace. From platforms to lace-ups, each detail a dream, the channel begins with a bold fashion theme. When out of the wardrobe there rose such a clatter, they pulled out some pieces what style would matter. Away to the mirror they gazed with such delight, to layer and build their ensemble just right. From goth to punk twist to vintage to kawaii, each tells a unique story. With evolving styles, creative and new, the spaces for fashion, all made just for you. Hello lovelies, and welcome to the channel. My name is Jace, and if you are coming from my previous channel, Lady J872, welcome. It's nice to have you over here. If you want to stick around and watch part 1 of why I decided to switch over to this channel and some of the reasons why I am only now coming back to YouTube, you can check it out. Or if you want to skip ahead to part 2 of this and see what this channel is all about and what kind of content you can be expecting in the future, you can skip to this time code right here. So without further ado, let's get into why I was struggling so much and why it took me so long to come back to YouTube. I guess the real trouble of all this begins many years ago when I was still with my ex, John. Now, I deleted a lot of the videos, if not all the videos, that pertained to the two of us, but he was a major factor for why I kind of stopped YouTube and why I struggled to get videos out in a timely manner. You might have remembered when I first started my channel, videos were going like that. I was having a video out at least every month, if not every 2 weeks to every week. And then my productivity slowly started to backtrack. And I think a big factor of that is my ex hated me filming and was very controlling and restrictive on what I could put on my channel. And so I just didn't have the creative desire to film. I felt like everything that I wanted to put out there, I couldn't put out there, and filming was just not enjoyable anymore. And I never wanted to put anything out there that I didn't enjoy making. And so that was a big reason for why I didn't put anything out there. I didn't really stick to having a schedule. I didn't, post. And then on top of that, after leaving him and finally being free and being able to make my own content, I struggled to really know who I was, and I struggled not only to know who I was, but what kind of content I wanted to put out there. And I feel like that's a very difficult thing to kind of explore. Like, to know what kind of content you want to put out there when you don't even know who you are at the core of it all. And so I started to heavily dissociate. I got extremely depressed, extremely, suicidal. And I ended up in the mental hospital. And from there, I've been doing extensive therapy. In December, I started doing group therapy. I was in an IOP program, which is an intensive outpatient program. And I was there for 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. And then from there, went back to individual. My therapist really tried to push me into DBT, but I was very reluctant. And then around May of this year, I joined a DBT group, was in it for 6 months, and come November 14th, I graduated from that program, went back to my original therapist who I love and adore, and I thought I was done with, group therapies. I really did not like being in DBT. That is a whole nother story for another day. But she insisted that I need to go to a DBT support group. So that is where I am currently at. But yeah, I struggled with figuring out what kind of video content I wanted to produce. And I feel like now I know what that is. And so now we can get into part 2 of what kind of stuff you can expect to see on this channel. What projects have I been working on? What things am I excited to make? Some of the videos that I really want to make are lookbooks. I am constantly inspired by fashion. It is the one thing that I think has been a strength throughout my childhood up until this point, and something that I'm very passionate about. And on top of that, I really like doing crafts. I like making cards, making bracelets, making bookmarks, and I do plan on opening up my own Etsy sometime in the new year, so look forward to that. I just want to create. I want to make lookbooks. I want to make things that, make me happy, make me feel creative, and I feel like showing off my creative processes and just making videos and vlogs about things that excite me is going to be what I end up doing with this channel. I think the direction that I'm moving towards is more creative format videos, more structure videos. I plan to post hopefully twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays. That is my current schedule that I'd like to stick to, and anything else that I can add to that would be great. I eventually do want to open up a Patreon and make content there, but I think in order to do that, I have to have a following and I have to have like a regular schedule. And so that is like further down the line, but something that I do plan on doing. And I think that is basically it. Any other video ideas that you want to throw at me, I would be interested in seeing what you guys are all interested in watching. Editing Jace here. I did not film an outro because this was originally going to be a part of a different video, but I decided to split it up because it made more sense in my head as I was editing it. That honestly, those videos just didn't go together. I love you guys so much, and I really appreciate you guys deciding to watch this video, and I really hope that you will subscribe and join our family here on YouTube. Take care and happy holidays and happy New Year's to all of you. Bye!